Check one, check two. This is Mr. Know It All. And we here to get this show started. One of the most controversial shows in there. And coming with another hot, controversial topic. Yes, this is Hood Talk. And this is Mr. Know It All. And
please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes, look at it.
We finna get into this show. Like I said again, this is Mr. Know It All. This is Hood Talk. I'm here with Miss Bella.
All right.
And go on, tell them what's the title of the show tonight. It's going down.
Well, we are here for the shade. Welcome to this Tuesday night Talk About It. Hey, the subject tonight is how men become deadbeat dads. Is it really all his fault? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I want to hear this. And then also he has included in the comment section that if you have any comments or would care to join, you can join in on the StreamYard live. Yeah. So those that care to discuss this thing about these deadbeats.
Yeah, because I'm sure it's a young lady out there that just wanna tell us about these deadbeat daddies and stuff. But no, we're gonna get down to the bottom of
it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We need to know.
Okay, well,
we're here to talk about it.
Well, we're gonna start with the first one. Read it out. Let's do it.
Okay. If you're not with me, you're not with my child. So women, are we doing this thing? So if you're not with me, you're not with my child. So you can't be with me, you can't be with my child. Are we really doing these things? Do guys really think that this is happening, ladies? Come on, we're talking about deadbeats.
Men are going through it. You know, we always point and we say, you know, is he a deadbeat or this and that? But we're going to find out tonight, is it really his fault? Is it really all his fault?
So are you saying that women would say things like, if you can't be with me, you can't be with my child? So that makes the man be a deadbeat?
Oh, yeah. I done heard it before. I mean, sometimes ladies say these things. They say stuff to try to trigger you, and they'll tell you, well, that they come with as a bundle package.
That'd be self-made, already made families, I think. But you have to think about when we're talking about deadbeat, it's a derogatory term that talks about a parent that is not fulfilling their parental responsibilities, right? So if they're not fulfilling their parental responsibilities, we can't always just say that it's a deadbeat dad. It can be a deadbeat parent. So do you think it can go both ways? Can females fulfill a deadbeat position as well?
Of course. I'm sure see, one thing about it can always go both ways. It can always go both ways.
I think I'm going to be a deadbeat parent now. My child is too old. I'm going to be a deadbeat parent. That's me.
So that's why I got to hurry up and get past the first one, because I got to get into this.
So I need you to elaborate on that.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah, if you're not with me, you're not with my child.
Well,
So do you think it's because she cares so much for you that she's saying that she love and would love for her family to be together and they rear the child together? So what's wrong with that? What's
It,
wrong with wanting to be a family?
it's the
That's what it sounds like to me.
it's the control part.
Oh, you think it's control for
A lot
wanting a family to be together?
Yeah, I was watching some last week, and it was saying, "Do women want love or power?" And all
Hmm.
of them said power. Now, why would that change? Why would women want all of a sudden want power these days instead of love? Something switched over these years because I seen it into the love songs and stuff like that. Like when I started listening, looking at the live streams and stories, I don't hear women singing love songs. They listen to hardcore rap. I don't give a damn. I don't give a.
But the thing is, I wouldn't say that women don't want love. We probably want both. And the power struck thing comes from within that most women have to take care of themselves. You know how it used to be back in the day. You have a man that want to come in and be the head of the household and operate things, and you are there as a helpmate. These things are not there anymore. So we are being self-made into these independent women that have to take care of everything around us, surrounding household bills, children. These type of things make you feel that you need the power to make it than the love.
Guess
But there
what?
are some people that can really love literally the hell out of you, like for
Guess
real.
guess what
You
I
full of hell, you can get the hell loved
guess,
out of you.
guess what I realized. This so-called family that we say we want ain't been instilled in a while. Like I would say early late 70s, early 80s, the family structure been broken. Some lady was telling me I was looking at a video the other day, and the lady was saying, when the crack epidemic and stuff like that, and a lot of black men was going to jail and stuff like that, and I could understand what they were saying about a lot of people going to jail and stuff like that, and it's a lot of men that haven't been, like women was forced to take on a different role. They was
Hmm.
forced because men was incarcerated,
Or
and
maybe went out to the military. At one point there were guys that were doing that.
well, it was a lot of. But see, even that said, it was a lot of guys was coming home and losing girlfriends though. Now I've been to the military. When you went to the military, when you came home, if you wasn't halfway married and son was married, a lot of them families fell through because like it still wasn't. Women was lonely. If you gone 3, 4, 5 months, I mean, most likely, it
Well, I can't vouch for that. I can't say that that's the reason they did it. Some people do things because they just simply want to. You can be in a whole relationship in the same city and still be lonely. So distance does not determine the characteristics of a person. If it's somebody you want to be with, you're going to be with them regardless. If they're across seas away for 2 years,
what
if
about
this is somebody you're committing yourself to, you're going to do that. But you
what?
have to want to do it.
So what about the jail part?
The jail too. I have a friend personally. Every time okay, I hate to say this, but every time her dude got out, right? He come home, he make a baby. They have about 7 children. But I guarantee you, not one time has this lady said, I'm gonna go the other way. She waited on this man All 20 years of in and out of jail, incarceration, she never been with no one else.
Mm,
So when he decides to get out this last time, not only does he make a baby with her, he make a baby with someone else.
mm.
So she's feeling some type of way because she dedicated 20 years of her life waiting on you to get yourself together and come home and let's be a family. But you decide to come out and not just be a family, you started your another family as well. So you juggling with these things, or should I, or I've been in this long, and people will call her crazy. But if you love a person, you love a person. So hey, so be it. So there are people out there. You can't knock everybody in the world. Everybody ain't like Bunquishas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, I guess.
And I know she can write a book, make this a whole testimony to women that feel like they can't handle a 3-year relationship. You have to want to do anything that you want to do, you can do it. If you want to do it. It's called that change of heart type of thing. That's even with men or women. If you want to be with this person, I don't care how many children you have with her, because that's one thing I used to see. Every guy this girl got with, she felt that she needed to have a child with him. But children does not keep men with you. Ladies, get that in your head. That is not something that holds a man. The only thing it does is have you with a connection with the man for the remaining of the child's life.
So if we saying it like that, what about the money wise? See, sometimes when the man is not there, or if he locked up, incarcerated, or whatever, the money is not there. So she's struggling. She's struggling, trying to take care of her business, this and that. And somebody comes along and, you know, hey, I give you this. Let me help you out. Let me fix your car.
And that
All
goes to
those type of
show that's a trial right there. There are guys that always come. There are some men out there that enjoy and get an enjoyment out of taking care of women,
right.
performing sexual pleasures on women. There are guys out there that actually enjoy doing this. They don't even have to have a commitment with you.
Right.
They just want to do these things for you because that is what make them happy as a man.
And some men just want another man woman, period.
Well, even that. And that goes to stand what you want is what you want.
You ever
If you
seen
don't want it, it doesn't matter what you do or say. You
you,
can be right there, not incarcerated, gone away. If a woman don't want to just be with you, she will not.
you ever seen Menace to Society
And yes, I have.
when the dude was locked up and there was old boy OG and he had him taking care of his woman and going over there doing stuff. Then next thing you know, before he get out or whatever, because he was locked up, she wanted to go with the boy and move to a whole other city because he was around. So we got to think about that part of it too.
See, Tasha, I'm not playing with you tonight. Tasha said, where they at? I'm tired of being strong. Take care of me. Hey, sometimes those little life cushions can lead to so much long-term pain.
Mm,
Long-term pain. And everything that you feel like you want for then, it can last you for a long time, but it's something you can't get past. There's some people out there, they are professional soul suckers, you know. They seek and prowl who they can try and devour. That's the devil.
mm.
Even men want to pay your bills. I hear it all the time. I pay your bills. You ain't gotta do nothing. Take your money and do this and that. I know. Don't fall for it.
What about the other deadbeat dad things. If you don't give me money, you can't see your child. I done heard this before.
Ladies, are we actually doing this stuff they're talking about? I just can't believe that we are doing this. You know what this is called? This is called child pawn. PAWN. Give me your get. Oh, you can't get this until you give me. That's
Man,
not right.
it's called a barter system.
Please don't. I know this can't be, ladies. I know if you don't give me money, you can't. You selling your children? You
Well,
got to give
shoot,
me money
they
to
do
see your
that every
children.
they do that every tax season. What you talking about? Is they selling their children? Every tax season, they be coming. They
But you
be.
know what? The stimulus has opened people's eyes. I bet you there won't be a lot of soul children this next year.
You know
They
why?
won't sell them just in case that stimulus come again. I'm not selling my
It
kids.
ain't
I'm
coming
selling my
back.
own children.
I think they did this just to see what children, what homes children really was in.
Right. Who should we
You can't
really
make
be
up
paying
them
this
lies
child
no more.
support
I'm
to?
telling you now, because everybody took their children back.
Yeah, everybody wanted their own children. You ain't carrying my baby, not
And
this
I'm
year.
telling you now, them big old chicks got tossed out, more people falling out.
Man, you saw people got killed over that money.
I'm telling you, man.
People lost their lives over $1,400. That's crazy.
No, over 14 times three. It was some people been carrying the whole three children, been giving them what like 600-700 a child, and then you getting a whole 14. They just shot it straight in your bank account. Ooh, that 3,000.
Man, there was some thousandaires out there, baby. They was buying up heck of crab legs. Do you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Crab legs. That's
They
why the
were
price
buying
of them so high. I
they
can't
were
even
buying
afford
hella
to eat
guns
crab
too.
legs no more. They
They
too
were
high.
They were buying hella guns too, because it's some guns out here because of them stimulus.
Guns, TVs, and crab legs and shrimp.
So, do you think women are, pawning children?
I hope that this is not true.
You don't think so?
I hope not. I hope not. You know what? I feel like I didn't want to do that because I was thinking like, no, I'm gonna punish you too. You got me stuck with this kid. You come and get this kid. You come and spend some time with this kid like I have to. You don't have to give me nothing. Just come and get your kid. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
forget the money. You don't even have to give me child support. Just come and get your kid. How about that?
I hear
I
you.
bet you men probably like, I'm running. I don't want that kid. I pay you child support.
It's
They don't
easier
want the
said,
responsibility of raising a kid.
easier said than done. Because I know plenty of men that wish they could get their kid, and they got to be, they got to be like um, the best dad in the world. They got to be on time with their child support. They got to be. They never can be late. They got to be. They got to talk to her in a right manner. They can't raise their voice. I mean, it's so much stuff when you meet up. Because I remember even me back in the day when you had to figure out this place to meet up at to exchange your child. You know what I'm saying? You remember that place that somebody that meet up with that McDonald's or that whatever that part
Wherever can
whatever
be a crowd
you
because you don't
going,
want no
yeah, because you
drama. Now
want
that's
right, you want
different.
people around.
I
And
need a witness that I
you used
didn't
to
run
have
this
them
girl over, that she jumped under my
right.
car.
You had to make that exchange, and she wanted you to talk to her so nice. And even when I watch YouTube videos with the girl saying she wanna look in the dude car, put the child in the car seed and all this type of stuff. He be like, oh, you ain't gotta be just give me my child and give me his stuff. You ain't gotta get in my car. You ain't got, oh, I need to see how your child seat is. I need to see you button them in. I mean, it was so much stuff to go through just to even get your child because she want to make sure ain't no another girl in the car to even hold a child. Don't have no dark tinted woman. She want to scope your child out, scope your car out before she even give you their child.
Well, hey, I mean, like in some instances, I'm sorry, some you may have to check it out because you know what you got yourself into. You know what killer robber you laid yourself down with. So you trying to make sure ain't no money bag or no kidnap
Well,
or dead body in the car.
I'm,
Ain't nothing wrong with peeking and moving on.
listen, you shouldn't even mess with them if you feel like that. And see,
A
people
lot of
need to
times you
realize,
don't find out the truth of people until after you get there.
no, 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 no,
Then
no,
they real head come off.
no, no,
They
no,
be
no.
so sweet.
You know what?
Man,
You know what?
you've been in a
Guess
situation where
what?
you've been kind and talk sweet and everything. Serenade, probably did all this good stuff. So you got that nanny. When you got that nanny, the whole cap came up.
That's
You
why you
know you've
supposed to
been
make
there.
sure. That's why you
Majority of
supposed.
the people, including us, we've
That's,
been there
that's
too.
why you supposed to make sure the rubber don't slide off. um,
Tasha
Reese,
said, I grew up with my dad. I will slingshot my kids to their dad. I don't get any type of support from them. Want it, but don't need it. I just want them to get that quality time. That's the same thing I said.
but you know
You
what?
don't have to give me child support.
That
You just
sound
come get your
look.
kid.
That sounds like a woman with a good job, and we all know, as baby daddies of the world, that this is not the case for every woman. As you, there's women out here that I'm talking about. They barely making it, and they trying to give you that child, and they really want you to give them some gas money for even bringing you your child. Well, come on, man. I done
Ain't
been
nothing
through
wrong
that.
with that.
I done
You
been
could
through
have
that.
used your gas to come and get the kids.
Gas
So why
money to
not
pick
throw
up
me
my
$5 to
listen,
drop him
gas
off?
money
Little
to
Johnny
pick,
off at you.
gas money to pick up my child. Sometimes make sure you paid all this just to pick up my child.
Well, hey, they probably don't have it. They probably struggling, like you said, barely making it.
Uh-oh. Next one up. Is that right?
I got a new man and you can't come by.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
that makes it change the game.
Uh-oh.
That changes the
But
game.
why? I want you to see my new man. So come on by. If I
That
got a new man,
changes
come and
the
see who I
game.
got. Come and see my upgrade.
So you don't think that changes the game though?
Well, some guys may feel some type of way with another guy being around their child anyway, but when the mom keep the dad away because they have a new guy, the dad feels some type of way. The dad, he's gonna feel some type of way, especially if he's been in the child's life. Now that's different.
Mm, because that can
Plus,
be
hey,
something.
some goons show up just because you say don't come by. They'll just start playing popcorn, break your stuff up.
You said that do what?
Just play popcorn, just show up. They want to break your stuff up because they don't want you. They just let you know I'm coming by. You can't tell me not to come see my
Well,
kid.
okay,
It's some raw guys out there like that.
but the different thing in this day than back then is nowadays a man probably will come and say, "Oh, my kid called me." See now it changed. My kid
Oh
called me.
yeah, they
It,
can say that now.
it's
Yeah,
that right.
children have cell phones at 2 and 3 years old. So
Right,
yeah.
they calling their daddy. Oh, this dude tried to whoop me. It can be a lot of stuff. This dude was screaming at mama. It's just so much stuff that can. And
But
then
most
these
guys,
days,
when
women
they're
just took
screaming
a
at mom,
video.
they don't get involved like that. They just want to make sure their kids are okay.
Well, I know that we can think is easy, but it ain't as easy as it used. It was back in the day. It's not easy. It's not easy at all.
I got you.
Now, let me see. Yeah, you got anything else to say about the new man? You good?
I don't have nothing to say about my new man. You just can't come back because my new man is here and I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable because he's probably going to be the man that's going to be taking care of your child.
Uh-oh.
I moved and I ain't telling you where. Oh, Lord.
Man,
I'm sorry.
that
I was
happens all the time.
I was guilty of that. I'm sorry. I did not tell my child's father where I lived at one point, and it has nothing to do with nothing. He can still see his child. I can meet you to get your child. I was doing that because I just wanted my privacy. It wasn't like I had a new man. I just didn't want you to know where I live. But my child got old enough that he can talk. He directed this man straight to my front door. They would do it every time. So if you move and you're not telling your child's dad, your deadbeat, or whatever he is, baby, these kids gonna tell it. They love their parent.
They gonna tell it regardless.
They gonna tell it. They gonna tell everything. But you know what? Now the mom take children to mother school. And the mother school is, they tell them, don't you go leave this house. Don't you discuss our business. Don't you tell your daddy or whoever who's been here. Don't you tell where mommy been. Don't you tell nothing. You don't talk about nothing at this house. So they go to mommy school. A lot of parents teach their children this.
And
But children honesty overtakes what they're taught at home by mommy only.
you know what I remember sometimes? I remember how kids knew the whole, you know, they knew exactly how to deal with their daddy. They knew exactly how to do with visitors. And these children was trained
Right.
early how to deal with people, how to not open doors for certain people. Even if it was your daddy,
Right.
they wouldn't open the door for certain. See, women been training these kids for a long time. These kids, let me tell you something. A child and a mama is the closest thing, period.
Well,
A
I know
man
you
can
know that.
a man can't even compete with this because you know what? That's one thing about becoming a deadbeat dad. You already at the bottom of the barrel. You already the official bad guy. Soon as you ain't with the mama no more. Cause she done moved on. And she gonna keep on moving like it's her, kids, family, boom, 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 then baby daddy down here.
But listen, that's the thing about it. If a deadbeat is around, you don't even have to train your kid. You let them see for themselves because he will not be around. All this kid knows is me and mommy, we does these things together. We go here together. And a lot of times that uncle stuff, mommies don't do that no more. They don't call him uncle, they don't call him Uncle Hood Talk anymore. They just call him my mama friend.
Yeah. My mama
My
friends,
mama friend. And
my
that
mama
can be
friends.
that can be any sex, a female or male. So it's just my mama's friend. They don't do that uncle stuff no more. That's old school for the OGs.
That was what that is.
That's what it is.
Well, you might be right. You might be right. They probably don't do it like they used to because it's a different time. It's a different day.
Baby, the game stay switched up, honey. You know that.
Uh, I got to highlight that one.
I don't know which one of you are the daddy. Mm, that's rough.
What? What's wrong about it?
That's rough. Let's see what Tasha's saying.
Okay, let's do it.
Tasha said, I introduced my kid's dad to my man. I feel protected once I do that. It's all about the kid. But I know they will do a frequent pulse check because they can't raise them. Well, don't want to raise them alone if something happens.
You know what? I think the problem is a lot of people. It's not a lot of planned pregnancies and children come around. So it's like nobody knows because half of the time, sometimes when these people that baby mama, baby dad, they ain't even really friends yet. They just sexually attracted. They start having sex a couple of months and then all of a sudden, boop, some of them wasn't even, these days, a lot of them wasn't even together. It wasn't a boyfriend, girlfriend type deal. It was, we was messing, we was kicking it.
But no, in her instance, I understand. You know, this the saying, the subject line right before this, the outline before this one that you're posting now.
Uh-huh.
The one she's talking about, she's saying like, I have a new man type of thing. You can't come by.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, when you have a new man in your life, it's nothing wrong with introducing the new man to your children's father because, for one, this new man is going to be a part of not just your life. You come as a package now. So he's going to be in the children's life. So what's wrong with him meeting the children's dad simply because you're trying to keep down any confusion? If anything happened, they need to develop now I ain't say a friendship, just a relationship with each other to understand where each other is coming from. Because in my instance, hey, I had a man come in my life, you know. I introduced this man to my son's dad. That made the dad step up because he thinking like, hey, I may not want this man taking care of my son because I'm not doing what I need to be doing. So a new man in your life, I guess it may help the old man step up to the plate where he should have been all the time. He don't want to feel bad or intimidated by this new person being in his child's life. You don't want your son like, oh, daddy, um, my mom's new friend, he bought me a bike that I asked you for my birthday that you didn't get. So you don't have to get it anymore because my mom friend got the bike, type of thing.
Do
I'm
you think
saying
do you think a lot of men are expendable? You know,
expendable
when
in
when
what area?
when it comes to being a stepdaddy, like most stepdaddies, you know, 9 days it didn't change even a lot worse, but most stepdaddies feel expendable now. Like you temporary. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna be here long. We're gonna get what we can get at you. And if you don't work out, fine. We're gonna move on. We're gonna kick you to the side and keep it moving because it was one before you, and they're gonna be some after you. That's
Mm.
what it was kind of put out here now. Like if you don't get into my program, we're gonna just kick you to the side and keep it moving.
On whose side? The woman's side? So when you're saying not getting into the program, you're saying from the new man.
Yeah, the
Or
new man that say the daddy is not going nowhere for at least 18, 20 years.
right?
And maybe never after life. You know what I'm saying? But Anybody else that come in there, it's just like if you put a picture frame up of a family. Is he ever gonna fit in that family if he don't have a child with her, or if that child don't feel a certain way about him? Is he expendable? Is he always really one leg in, one leg out? We can get
But that's the thing.
yeah.
That's when the men have to step up and make the best in it. Just say, for instance, you guys been together for an extended period of time.
Uh-huh.
This man is so caught up in the things that he has dealt with in life, he straddled the fence. It's not even the person that he's with. It's not even the mother. It's not even the father. It's not even the role of him even being a stepdad. That has something to do with the man within himself. He's thinking like, oh, I can be replaced. I don't have no connections or ties to this other than being this woman's man in her life and this child's stepfather. And that's where the problem arises. It's the person. It's the man. So I'm asking you, and I'm asking you now, I'm just saying, you feel like somebody can't grow as a family without having a child connected?
Well, if you're not connected, say this. Say you're not married, you're not connected. What I'm saying is, a woman can easily pivot and just wake up one day and say, "Hey, I don't want, I don't want to mess with you no more." What can he do?
Say okay.
I
And
mean,
vice versa.
no, I'm just saying.
Man can, I'm saying too, a man can feel the same way, but I'm saying, just say for instance, you're in this situation, you don't have any children connected,
Uh-huh.
you've grown together over years, and in all this time, if you don't feel like you have grown to grow any type of characteristics or communication that will make you have any stability with this relationship, you don't even need it. Everything is still a second guess on if you're even together, or even if you would last past the next 10 years, because this person is not secure enough to say, I'm going to commit to this relationship. I'm going to do what I can to make it work, whether you say I do on paper or not.
But
So
watch
you're
this.
saying if you don't have a child to connect and bond you together, that is not gonna stick, then your stability is nothing. So you don't even need that relationship.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in a man's perspective. Okay, like say even if you get married to a woman, uh, 53% of marriages end up in divorce. That's half right there. Okay, relationships, they say 98% of first relationships do not last.
What do you mean first relationships?
First
Or
relationship,
like initial, like ever having relationship at all?
right? Like say back in the day, a woman used to meet her first boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and they stayed together till they was 70 something.
Right.
That right there don't last no more. That right there was the norm back in the day, but it is only 2% of that is working now.
Okay. I can
So
comprehend that
so
part.
so when a woman is, I say a man is 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he meet a woman at, even if she 25, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, most likely she done already been through maybe 5 relationships.
Okay. But listen, you just gave me numbers from statistics, right?
Right,
These are things that people have studied, and these are things that has taken place.
right.
Like anything in life is value for change. So you can be the one to change that. Don't be part of that 53%. Don't be a part of that 98%. Because the thing is, when you have options, people going to keep those doors open for options. People set up themselves for options all the time. When you get into a relationship, you get into a relationship and you see what it's gonna do to satisfy you. And once the you're satisfied, you don't think about anything else past what you want. And when you have those options, the doors are always open. You can't build yourself from nothing other than from what you see or what you've experienced in society. So that isn't good for growth. You are not a person that's going to be willing to grow with one person. You're going to forever have your options. You're going to forever hang on to your extras. So I'm saying, why would you even try to even commit yourself into anything? Why would you even pretend to be submissive in anything when you're really not? You're still straddling the fence on if I want to let this side go or if I want to commit to this side. But you know this side may be a little flavorful for you, so you'll hold on to it and give it just enough to keep it held on. When you get tired of it, you're gonna start loosening that rope. You're gonna let that stuff go. Those type of things that make people fall into statistics. That's when you become a part of that 53% or that 98%. That's when you do it. People don't have strength enough to go and build a new cycle from what scientists have discovered.
But that 90 and 70%,
What's the 70%?
that's how many single mothers,
Okay, so,
come out of that
does it
relationship.
make it stay there? Like in anything, like now we're dealing with a pandemic. Every day, what do you see? Numbers change, right? Either they're going up in some areas they're going down. We're dealing with a pandemic.
Uh-huh.
That's just like numbers. Any number can change. Any person can change. Why not be different? So if you're born indifferent, keep it that way in all areas, not in just some.
Well, they say,
So just because they say or scientists say,
well, what,
I don't value all statistics and hold to it.
yeah,
I've never done that.
yeah. But what's being proven now is relationship is getting harder because of social media and the times are changing. You
Yep,
know what I'm
I
saying?
agree. I agree. Tasha made a statement. She said it can last though without distractions. Too much temptation is put there now. And that is, like he just said, Tasha, social media.
Mm-hmm.
Social media. It can run
People,
a lot of things.
people
I'm
got
telling you.
every look. Women got every man that was they friend all the way up. Every man that ever liked her in the world on their page now. Shoot.
Men too. Men have women that they fooling with right now on their page so they can watch them and see what they doing to see if they can have any downtime so I can come play with you. Men do that too. Do that too, but no. A lot of times it isn't good to befriend guys that you've had some type of feelings or encounters with because they get in their feelings and they want to get on your social media platform and try to expose something that was never there. People don't realize growth come with from within. Just like you, we were just talking on the show the other day, and we were talking about Jada Pickett Smith.
Right.
She was posting old pictures of Tupac. Although he was an
She did
icon
it
of the,
again.
but I'm just saying, although he was an icon of the world, they had relations, and you were saying like she didn't let that go. She's still posting pictures of him. So that's just like having your old mates, your Facebook friends.
Right.
You don't let that stuff go. You still have a tie. There's something about them that you're not willing to let go. And that can be a problem for your situation. But a lot of things be because you feel like my new person don't know about this. And I can keep this secret. But those type of secrets is what make you part of statistics. The 53%, the 98%, the 70%. This is what make you part of statistics, and you would never grow. When you feel like your mind is so mature enough where you can handle things like this, you're so great at it, that's when you will have a problem. You fall short. You fall short. Then next thing you know, you'll be around here deadbeat,
Oh,
trying to see your kids for porn.
yeah. Oh,
with
oh, Will
with your
Smith.
old friend that's been following you for 25 years, waiting for you to say, please, just come and say hi to me. Just give me a hug. That's all I want. Next thing you know, you fell off in it and the rubber came off. Hey, it happens.
Whole nother baby.
Whole nother baby. Starting over. You 400 years old. You know, you starting over with a new baby.
You a whole nother deadbeat.
Whole nother deadbeat because you trying to keep this one a secret.
Okay, what about the abuse thing on both sides?
I
You
said
know,
you abuse me so my family will get you when they see you.
I done seen women threaten guys say, I'm gonna tell my brother you hit me. I'm gonna tell my daddy this. That I done heard women threaten men to just try to get some of their family or something to do something to them.
Oh, I have nothing to say on that because that's just not right. We have too many people getting hurt on a normal basis, just trying to live day to day, to be around here spreading rumors or lies on something to get somebody hurt. So
These
I have
days,
nothing to say on that part.
these days, just the kids will hurt a joker. Yeah, Joe can't be stepdaddies no more because even the kids 12, 13-year old with guns.
I know, right? And the mom bought it.
You think?
She bought it with her stimulus money.
Uh-oh. Wow. It going
My
on.
new man, the daddy now, he don't want me talking to you. You shouldn't have been a deadbeat. The new man wouldn't even have those grounds for her and the kids.
You know, the worst part about that is I remember coming up and I remember a dude saying to me, a dude knew me. And I remember him explaining to me how, telling me he kicking it with my baby mama or whatever, this and that, and
He
I was
wasn't your
like,
friend, right?
I went to school with him.
Oh, but I'm just saying
And
he wasn't like your
yeah,
friend.
I went to school with him, and he was just telling me that, and I was like, in my head, I was like, oh yeah, you will see what you done got yourself into. Hey, look, it's like just like a woman that went through an abusive relationship or something, and she be like, "Oh, okay, keep bragging about him. You gonna see why I ain't nowhere to be found. You ain't never seen me show up over there or say nothing out the way. I mean, because dudes be out here, and these are the worst kind of dudes because they actually feel like threatening the daddy or getting into it with the dad and all this is gonna make you closer to the mama or the kids or something like that when actuality it gonna do the opposite in the long run because the child gonna want to be with
Resent
their
you.
daddy. Yeah, they ain't gonna want to be their daddy one day. Um, you you know you got to have a level of understanding to go into a stepdaddy role. I done been in a couple of them roles, and it just you have to be a
A
special.
couple roles. Wait a minute. What you was a deadbeat and then a stepdaddy?
Well, no. I mean,
Oh,
like
you said a couple roles of stepdad.
stepdaddy, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So you find yourself um kind of like in La La Land because like you really don't. It's no rules to it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
these rules change day for day. Like she might be good with you, what's name, then she needs some money. I need to call this give me some money and this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And or I got to drop these kids off to them, and now you got to ride with her to go drop the kids off, and it's like you this. And see now it's kind of worse because you got the social media, you got the people acting crazy, you got the you know you got people that's in and out of jail, wow. I mean, because nowadays, if some woman messing with a crazy or got a baby by some crazy dude, you kind of just want to stay out of it.
Pretty much.
Cause I mean, if you around a child, and see, I've seen dudes get messed up like this because if you around a child and a child can lie on you,
And I've seen it.
and daddy show up, it ain't even no, it ain't no
Questions,
talk.
if, or, and the buts, or nothing. They
No
gonna
doubt.
straight
You
handle
put
something.
your hands on my child, it might be a punch, it might be, I'm talking about, it might be a shootout. I mean,
Yeah.
you never know what, and then you got to think about it. If he know you a certain type of dude, he gonna come at you
Mm-hmm.
even rougher. If he know you carry guns, he gonna come, as soon as he show up, he shooting.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's so dangerous just to even, that's why I think it's getting worse than it used to be, on this together type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not really a togetherness type thing because it's getting worse because people are really starting to really uh, with the music and everything, people are really separating even more. Then you got this new dude named Kevin Samuels speaking all this new gospel to these men,
He's
and,
running it on down through there.
men just ain't getting it no more. They waking up, they going different ways. You got all these men channels that telling men to, don't take this no more. Um, be different.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everything is changing. Everything is changing. Nothing is the same no more.
No, not in the life that we're living. You won't do what I say.
Mm.
So you think that's a little controlling situation?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think a lot of ladies. This happens. Uh, People want you to do what they say, or you can't see your child.
It's not right, but it happens.
Yeah, and that's something I have noticed, and it's very different. I mean, you don't even realize how bad certain stuff will get. You
What do you mean?
With the do what I say, I mean, like it's kind of like another woman trying to treat you like a child. Just trying to tell you how to act, how to move, what to do, this and that, and
Trying
then
to have some type of sense and control over you.
yeah.
So do you think that she's actually saying this because she's trying to still use the kid as pawn? Or a way to get at you by controlling you in that essence? Is do you think that that's what that is?
Well, I think a lot of stuff is control, but I think if like I done had baby mom tell me, well, you didn't do this, so you can't see your child, or you didn't pick your child up when I told you last week, or you didn't buy what I told you to buy. You didn't buy this, you didn't buy the Pampers, you didn't buy you didn't buy this special toy for Christmas. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and the thing about stuff, when your baby mama maybe tell you to buy something, the court people tell you something different. They say, whatever you do, just give her some extra child support where she can do it or something like that. Don't spend your money. They'll tell you like, or if you're gonna buy something, you keep the receipt and this and that.
Yeah, so you can have a
So
record of
you
it.
have a record on it. But see, that's before that you get on child support. Once you get on child support, they actually try to tell you don't do it. They
Mm-hmm.
actually tell you if you want your child to have something, put extra on your child support. Put $50 more. Put $75 more. Put $100 more on your child support. So your child support will be steady coming down or whatever, or you'll be up on your child support, because they don't really want, they can't keep up when you give something straight to the child, to the child.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, when you being told by one person to don't put nothing in the baby mama hand, and they tell you just put extra on your child support, it it don't register to her because she want
Oh
the money.
no.
You,
Uh-huh. She
you,
want the
you know what I'm saying?
money.
And we go through baby daddies and so-called deadbeat daddies and all that go through a whole lot that really challenge a man and makes a man want to quit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have been there before. I have been there before where baby mama was getting me thrown in jail and making false charges on me and stuff like that. And I just didn't even want to be around. Sometimes you just don't even want to be around. You sometimes it's a lot of men that will say, I just want to leave all this alone. All this part of this gonna get me in jail, gonna get me messed up, gonna get me somewhere because this how it is. If you mess with a woman and say she messing with the wrong type of dude,
Mm-hmm.
so even though you got a baby with her, but she messing with all these street dudes that you can't even go around your child. They
Wrong
got
type.
guns, they got this, they got that, and you thinking
Right.
like, I'm gonna get in some trouble. You you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
So I think a lot of men are sometimes will stop. People will say, "Oh, he did, but he won't deal with his child." Some people don't want to deal with it because there is so much that goes with it.
Yeah.
You got to deal with the brothers. You got to deal with the what she said.
Family in general.
Yeah, and they'll tell you, I ain't never like you no way, or certain stuff that might go on that that this might get gangster some kind of way, and sometimes you be like, if my child don't like me, like sometimes a child can get to a point, and I think that age around 12, 13, something like that, sometimes, if they raised with a toxic mother or a mother telling you your father ain't nothing and all this here, your child will start not liking you. And once your child stop
You
liking
will
you,
hate for that resentment to start.
but guess
That's
what?
why you do not, even with anybody you meet. I always heard the saying, a dog that'll bring a bone will carry the bone.
Yeah.
You can't even tell your child, like me. My son's father, he used to make me so angry at one time in life that I really couldn't stand him
Uh-huh.
at all. Like, ugh, you know. But I never took it upon myself to let my son know how stupid he was. He had to learn from himself.
Mm-hmm.
Any situation he placed us in, his son was there. He had to learn from himself. It wasn't because of me. The only thing his concern was, are you okay? My son saying, are you okay? I'm okay. You're fine. We're good. You know, but as the child got older, they understood promises and things are being told and being saying this and it working out this way. He had to learn on his own. I couldn't teach him or tell him or talk to him against the man that he loved as his father.
Now,
That wouldn't be fair to
look,
him.
before I answer these, was nice. This the deep part of it. Like, what do you do being a man and you feel like your child don't like you, your baby mama don't like that whole side of that family don't like you. You understand what I'm saying? It done got to that point. Should you cut your losses, pay your child support, cut your losses? You stay over that way, I stay over that way. I done met dudes that done did that. And I done seen where the the mamas wanted this to happen. Didn't want you to, I hope you sign your rights over and everything. Okay, you might have didn't sign your rights over, but you went your way and you paid your child support or whatever, and you just didn't even deal with them no more. You felt like your child didn't like you and nobody like you on that side, so you just stayed away. So then they get to the point where you ain't never been nothing to, okay, if you made my child hate me, why am I a deadbeat when you preach this hate towards me? You preach
Well,
family hate towards me and all that. All I did was keep it where we we you do
keep the
you,
peace.
you do
You
you,
kept the
I'm
peace.
doing me.
You will keep
And
the
then
peace.
they get mad because you done took your new family and you done went over this way and you raising them good, but you just don't even mess with them over here. You pay your child support and you just cut it off. See, and I don't think that's being a deadbeat. That's keeping the peace. That's
That's keeping the
I see
peace.
myself in a toxic what's name that could have went down a wrong.
It could have went the wrong way. So, guys, if you ever facing this, think about your peace first because there's a difference in being a deadbeat and just having your peace of mind. In a situation like that you just gave us, in that instance, I will just have my peace. A deadbeat is a person that does not fulfill their obligation as a parent. So if you're not fulfilling your obligation, you paying the child support,
Yeah.
and then I'm saying like if they don't like you on nobody's side over there, so you have no real reason of communicating. So therefore, if they needed something past the child support, how would you know if you're not making a communication line with the father?
Even if you got one or two people that like you, if everybody else don't like you, is
They gonna fall in line, baby.
I
They
mean,
all falling in. So just know, don't nobody over there like you.
and see that's why when people say deadbeats, it's so hard to stay in a child's, to be close into a child's life when you ain't under the same roof. It's kind of hard because me, just me thinking about now, me going to work every day. Never really been a working man where I just heading out to work. After you done went to work all day, you working a 7 or whatever, and then once you do your hours and you get off, and then you get home and you take a bath, you do this and you do that, the day is over. The day is over. People who stay in the same house with their kids sometimes don't even get enough time to spend with their kids. And they in the same household. So how if you don't even stay in my household and I'm working these long hours every day, how I get a chance to, after I get off work, to try to run over here and try to meet a deadline of time that the mama trying to fit me in to come over there. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't come over there after a certain time. I can't come over there after 8, 9, or this and that. But this is when I don't. If you don't, went, worked the 75 or whatever. You got off at 5. Okay, say if she got off at 6. You done
Mm-hmm.
went home. You done got you done got back out. You done took a bath or whatever and get back out. By that time, it's time for your child to go to bed. So
But listen, let's we missing Tasha's
okay,
comment.
go ahead. Go ahead with Miss Kimberly.
Oh, Kim came on. Hey, Miss Kimberly
Uh-huh.
Belial. This
Mm,
is the young lady that makes our t-shirts, and also she make pillowcases for Mr. Know-it-all. She said for serious orders, you may email her at kimberlybelial@yahoo.com.
right,
And also the information is enclosed in the comments.
right.
And
Okay,
now Tasha says, she said, I can say I don't like that the system set up for the dad not to have a livelihood when they are trying to do right. Oh, that is so true. Let me tell you, I can just give a testimony on something. I don't even know the people.
mhm,
I can't even remember the reason that I was there in the court at the time.
mhm,
But anyway, we were listening. Me and somebody else was there. And we were listening to a guy, and he was there, and they were like, trying him whatever for child support. And he was saying that they're taking 25% of his income.
right.
And he said, 25% of my income, how can I live? He said, I don't have a car now to get to work, and I can't afford to pay a car to get to work
And
and insurance and to pay rent for where I live by giving her 25%. And then I can't file my child on my income tax.
can I stop you right there? And I done
Hmm.
sat there in the courtroom, and I done sit there and seen the judge say, "That ain't my problem.
And that's what the
You
judge
made,
said, baby.
you
They must
made,
have
you
laid
made them babies.
the judge said,
And
you laid
the
and made
least
it.
you
You
could
gotta
do."
suffer the consequences to this
I
man.
promise you, I done sat there and seen
And
them say,
you know what he asked the judge? He said, Judge, ask her where does she work at to help me take care of the child that we made together. You know what the girl said? She don't work. It's cheaper for her to stay home and keep her children.
I'm
So
telling you
where
that.
she get her money to pay her rent from?
Mm-mm.
Right.
And
It's so much help for them, and it's not right.
and Kimberly says she got plenty of sea moss and elderberry too. What is elderberry good for, Kimberly? You had to write that up there because I'm trying to think in my head. Seem like that that's something new on the real phase because elderberry. It seems like I done heard of it, but I don't know exactly what it do. Okay, what Tasha said,
Tasha said, go ahead.
and then the mother still have the child call for extra money, and it's hard for him to say no. Yeah, yeah, because a good dad, if the child asks him for this money, he want to satisfy the child, and he still got to pay his child support regardless, or he going to jail,
Yeah.
and
And they say just
he gonna
like that.
lose his livelihood.
Hmm.
He gonna lose his car. He gonna lose his job. He gonna lose everything. And then you know what? They still ain't gonna care. And it ain't like
They
you
still
go to
gonna add
jail.
that child support that he's supposed to pay
And
every
look,
month.
and they ain't gonna. I'm talking about if you go to jail, it ain't like they calculated. Oh, he been in jail this time. We're gonna knock all this out. They don't do that. So what's the
Mm-mm.
whole reason of putting them in jail? I don't even understand that concept. What's the whole reason to put him in jail if you ain't gonna knock out none of that child support? Him doing time in jail and it's not gonna ain't gonna help nothing. It's just something to say. Look, you learned your lesson. You better get out there and you better make us proud. You better go out there and get us some more money. If you don't, we're gonna put you back in jail. I mean, it just
Mhm.
I mean, it's rough now.
Yep.
There it is. Got to take care of both of us.
You got to take care of both of us. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. In jail, losing money, and 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 getting farther behind, and don't nobody care.
Yeah.
Nobody care about the father. When you go in the courtroom, you know what I hate about the courtroom? I hate because even when you look at the court documents, it got state and this and that, and everybody against you. Everybody against you. It don't say against you against your baby mama or something on your court paper. It say the state of Mississippi and all this against you.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't say that.
How they say it's sad, but it's so.
Government support declared ever. Oh, that's something that treats cold flu. Oh, those studies are smart. Okay. All right. I'm glad you let me know what that was because I had no idea. So you ready for the next one?
Sure. Kim said there's some. You didn't pay your child support, so you can't see your child. We back to that pawn stuff.
Yeah. Vitamin A. Read on.
You didn't pay for your child support.
Nah, no, what Kimberly said about the elderberries.
She said elderberries contain high levels of vitamin A. The ANA also say that elderberries may soothe the skin, help ease the appearance of age spots, and prevent or lessen wrinkles.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay, okay.
I normally take elderberry juice in the winter.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Well, I didn't
And
know.
then I have elderberry tea and I drink it mostly in the winter. And
Oh,
I haven't had a cold and I've been taking it for the last 2 years in
okay.
the winter time. So
I
it
didn't
works.
put me some on it. What is that? That you didn't pay your child support till you can't see the child.
Right. Like you said earlier, you give me some money, you can see your baby. If you don't pay me, you can't see these kids. What are you talking about? That's sad.
Okay, now this one I wanted to get to.
Wait a minute. Look at what Tasha said. That's what I'm talking about.
What? Let me see.
Please pick these kids up. I got a date tonight. They will not show up. They don't want you to have any peace. So they will not show up. They'll have a sudden emergency, you know? It's terrible, but it's
Well,
the
what it is I think that's more of that when we say do what I say because like the night you talking about might be a Friday or Saturday night. He will have plans to, and but see, I guess men don't think about picking up a child at night. They think about picking up a child in the morning or the day.
and why not at night? Because they don't think they will have to keep their child
No,
overnight.
no. See, they pick them up in the morning time so we can take them over mama house too. We can drop them off too.
Whatever it takes, come and get your kids. Ah. Kim said, time is more important than money in my eyes. I didn't care about child support. Spend time with the kids. That's the same thing Tasha said earlier. She was like, forget the money, just come and get your kids.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do that. They want you to pay them and come
I
and
hear
get
a lot of people talking about they didn't care about the child support, but I bet you I wonder how many people who didn't have child support already
But
now
listen,
child
but
support.
listen, no, listen. This is the thing. when you have children involved, that's what they ask you if you want child support. Let me tell you, I was one of the ones that my baby daddy, he needs to be proud of me because I was not an angry black woman. I was not trying to take him for everything. So what I did, well, I did a soft, safe amount. Give me this little coin this time because they telling me to take 25% like the IRS will come after you and get all your money. But I don't want your money because I know you're trying to live too. And if I hadn't have done that to that person, he would have been soaked a long time
I
ago.
thought it used to be 10 or 15%.
Maybe used to, but man, they were talking about taking 25%.
That must be
Where my situation
that
was,
marriage. Marriage is 25%, maybe.
I
Like,
don't know. No, because actually, this was actually going to have to be ran through the Department of Human Services, even with the marriage thing, because we were married at the time. But somehow, this income thing was going to run through the Department of Human Services because at this particular time, you had to prove that you were going to have health insurance on the child. So, in doing so, either they was going to give you Medicaid or you had to provide health insurance. So his thing was he'll provide the health insurance, and they said, okay, he'll do the health insurance. So what you want from him? How much of this 25% you gonna get?
yeah, I had to pay. Had to pay health insurance and
Well, that's the thing. He decided to get the health insurance outside of the state. He decided to get the health insurance outside of the state, and we came up on an agreement that he can pay this amount outside of the state. Because other than that, during that time, they were running everything through the state, insurance and child support. They trying to get these dudes. They trying to take them under. Do you hear me? They taking them under.
And I'm gonna tell you, when I was just listening to a couple of my partners and what they were paying, man, I was like,
Blessed.
I was blessed. I was blessed because I was one of them what you gonna say?
Blessed ones. That's all.
I'm gonna say I didn't upgrade myself, but I was one of them people that stayed at the same level forever.
So you were broke for how long?
Because I ain't want
No. You were broke for how long? Most of your life. Okay, good. Keep it that way.
Yeah, I made sure they weren't gonna go up on me. What? Look, the lawyers came to the club looking for me one time.
Oh, they had some good lawyers.
I said,
family members.
I said, look at that and shout out for the lawyers that came to the club because they my Facebook friends now. We good people. But I mean, like it's a trip when they
now people are going through your page who are attorneys. I want you to know that.
It don't matter now.
Did you come to the club? Did you go to the club? Did you go to the club?
My child is grown. I remember like it was yesterday. I was up in 900 Club and lawyers then came to the nine, caught me outside. Hold on, player. What is y'all doing?
I just want to know one thing. Did they do that line on you? You've been served. Did they do that to you?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. You know how they do the little thing now. They were like, you've been served.
They tried to appear as a friend, but I was in it like a business. They was like, you might as well go up to this amount here and this and that. And I was like, hey, I broke it down. I said, my status hasn't changed. I belong to the streets.
I believe you, sir.
He belongs to the streets.
Right, there what is it when you need it? Is it when you need it?
Man, I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. But they came at me though. I was like, man, I felt like I was some kind of mobster or something. Joe would come to the club asking about child support. But that just tell you because somebody had to tell them, she had to tell them what club I done been to. I mean, for these folks to come to the club looking for me. I mean, dressed up in a suit. They wasn't in no club or club attire. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, I'm just glad I got past that type of stuff because you look around now, and I feel like these dudes,
Mm-hmm.
they catching it. I mean, but I don't. But you know what? These days, I don't even see as many dudes talking about child support like it used to.
You don't you?
I don't hear that like I used to. I used to hear a lot of dudes, but you know what? I didn't even know over 51% of black men are single and childless.
Wait, say it again.
51% of black men are single and childless.
Oh yeah.
So so what they saying in so many words, the same dudes having all the children. Pookies and
Man, if you ever look at Pookie, Pookie got a lot of children.
cause I seen a dude on I looked at a social media the other day. They were talking about this dude got 76 kids.
Ooh.
I said, wow.
Well, you know what I can say about him? God was good. Cause that means he didn't use a hat for no circumstance and he's still alive. He has not withered away and died.
Lord.
Don't you know there's some hot sauce out here?
I'm telling you, this dude's around here 14, 15 kids. With no joking. But I mean, but like you said, you got a lot of them that just like me. I ain't got but one. People thought I had 6, 7 kids at
You
first.
probably got about 20 and don't know about half of them.
A
But you know, I'm
lie,
just saying.
a lie. I'm like, look, I'm like that. I'm like that. I could do a commercial, a Rubbermaid commercial.
I ain't even going there with you. I don't know why I even play with you on there because something wrong with you.
A lie.
That's why I don't like you halfway the time anyway.
Read that.
We have to think about our choice in men. One of my kids' dad thanked me for being a great mom. I don't know if he is genuine or trying to keep me off his back. Either way, I show empathy because I didn't choose wisely. I
But
know, right?
but you
We
know what?
all make some unknown and wrong decisions, but we can hold ourselves or accountable for we can hold ourselves accountable for things that we've done, but we can't hold it against ourselves forever. We have to forgive ourselves too for the bad decisions we've made. And I know that going through those things, you have learned to do better.
And I know dudes
Well, I haven't, but
that
but
done
still.
told me they done congratulated they they had a good baby mama. They was glad because they could have went through a lot of because even one of my cousins like his baby mama gave him his child. I told him, you do not know how lucky you are to have your mama raise your child. You ain't never been on child support and all that. And to be out here talking about one more children, you ain't been through it. It take a dude that really actually been out here through the child support barely making. I was talking to this dude the other day in Glustack. We was out there working and stuff. And he was talking about how dudes count down. He was like, man, I got 4 more years and I'll be free and I'm gonna retire. And he was like, he was a truck driver, whatever. And he was like, man, and my youngest will be at the house and this and that, and I'll be, he done counted out, how you gonna do it. I think dudes now are much smarter than dudes when I was coming up. I think they handling it better. I think they doing the child support because I don't hear men crying like they used to. I
Well,
used to hear men crying all the time.
look, just like the dude, he's saying 4 more years. A lot of people think that when a child turned 18, that's it.
No,
You
no, he was talking about 21.
even 21 now, it carried the law to 26.
26, yeah.
Yeah, like you can cover them on your insurance and you can pay child support until they graduate college.
Yeah, but they changed that. They changed that to 21.
Okay, well, not if it's already written. You can't change it from what you answered to way back when.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
It's still in
to the
stats.
dudes that's coming up now, that stuff
They may be safe on that
yeah,
side, but ones that it already been into actions, no. Mm-mm.
yeah, it probably been changed probably 10 years.
Hmm.
I think it been at least about 10 years. I'm trying to think in my head. I think it changed about 9 years because I remember when that law was changing. I think I was just getting off child support or something like that. Cause when I was coming out of there, you know what make it so bad? They was telling me about how when I was taking the pictures and stuff, I was coming out the child support place taking pictures and things, and they said,
Listen.
"Oh, this must be your last day," because they all do this.
Okay. Well, let me tell you.
Go ahead.
18 years of age, child support cease upon age 19 unless proof is showing that the child is presently enrolled as a full-time student in school or has been accepted into and plans to attend a full-time student for the next semester in post-high school, university, college, or vocational schools.
And they can't sit out a year. If they stop a year, it's over.
Right. But still, it's
Yeah.
required.
Or guess what? Guess another thing they do. They got to still stay with their mother or something.
No, no, they're living.
Or
No,
they're living at the college, right?
no, they just have to be actively enrolled full time. You can't be part time. You have to be a full time student.
Oh, okay.
At least 8 hours in high school.
So that's still
At
that's
least
still a
eight
lot.
hours in college or
But that's but,
university.
but they only giving you what 4 years of college? Which one is it? Because I remember you couldn't go to no 8 year college on them.
No, the age is 26. Like I said, you
Oh,
can
oh, it
be.
stopped at 26
Uh
regardless.
huh. Uh huh. Or unless you get married, you can get married early and it'll stop it then.
Oh man, that mean they is giving you an 8 year thing if that because you get out of high school, you can go to college at 17, 18.
17.
So they making it where if you do an 8 year college that he had to pay child support, but the child support don't go up or nothing, right?
No, it doesn't elevate or anything. You just
It
have
stay
to
the same.
continue the support.
Hmm.
Mhm.
But like you said, got to be full time. You can't even take it off a year. It got to be straight. They got to be consistent. I know that much. And then they can't go if they go to the army or whatever. It's over. I
Well,
know that
no,
much because
you're right because the Army is not considered a
I
vocational
did
school or
I
college or
did my
university.
I did my research. If they just enroll in the
So
army,
you messed your mom up when you went to the military. What age did you go to the military?
I messed her up and I was at the house.
Oh, you was at the house before you went to the military.
Huh?
Oh, you were out the house before you went to military.
No, I'm saying I left I left to go to the military. I was at the house.
Okay, I
So
didn't know. I just asked. It was just
yeah,
a question.
no, I'm
It
just
was
saying.
just a question.
See,
Okay.
she said, get married and don't work. Your spouse has to pay.
That's true.
Oh, sure do.
That's for these little children that y'all don't teach how to go and take care of themselves.
No, like say if a man get married to another woman, and if he ain't working, his wife had to pay
Pay for what? Oh, the child support,
the
yeah.
child support.
Oh
That,
yeah.
y'all a team now. A lot of these
That's
women,
why I ain't married no man without a job. You don't have no job on paper, you would
he
never
can
be
have
my
a
husband.
job. He can
You
have a
would never
job.
be my husband. I don't care if it's not on paper, you're not gonna be my
You know what I'm
husband.
saying? He can have a job.
You're not taking my retirement and
If he
giving it
get
to a
look,
child.
if he get fired, anything, it goes over there to you. If he got 7 kids, them your 7 kids too, baby girl. I done seen it.
It don't make it okay though.
So you go ahead and hook up with your dude with 4, 5 kids, and
It ain't gonna do it.
you done ran up his child support, and if he ain't working, you got to pay that judge. This is a team sport. Ain't no.
That's what they be looking for, somebody with a decent job to help them pay child support.
That's why men ain't complaining no more. They getting in
Right.
relationships.
They right here finding these cougars to help pay for
You
child
hear
support.
me? They getting in relationships.
Right, because I ain't no cougar. I'm just old, so I don't pay child support. I ain't gonna do it. I don't want child support. Nope.
Okay, let me break this thing down. Boom.
I don't like your girlfriend. I know, right? So you don't want the child around? Well, hey,
There's a
I'm
lot
paying
of
that
women.
part.
Look at there's a lot of women that did that one. I don't want them around that.
But hey, you seen the instance where some of these children get into the girlfriend's care and they end up being hurt. So you have to be cautious of who you allow your child to be in their lives.
Man,
So.
you got to be cautious the men you pick, and then you wouldn't have to worry about that.
Oh Lord.
Because a man, when he looking at it, that's his seed too. So most likely he gonna try to put his child around a good woman. You feel what I'm saying?
We hope so.
Or he just trying to survive, and it don't matter who she is.
See, that's the problem right there.
Sometimes men go into that realm. They so busy trying to survive, they don't even know who they done mess around and started kicking with.
Just like that.
Just like that. They think, they be like, oh man, I'm this crazy good him. And he be like, I got out of one relationship with a crazy one that meant
And
one
straight into
even
another with
worse.
another cuckoo bird.
Dog it, I tell you the truth. Uh-oh. You ready for the next?
Let's go for it. Telling your child his daddy ain't Snoop. Ladies, do we do that? Do we talk about these
Look how
deadbeats?
you did that.
You
Look
know,
how you did that.
do
Hey,
we really do what
look,
he trying to say we do? I just
if
can't
you
see
ain't
that.
did it, you know somebody that have done it.
Do we really do this? I think they're just trying to call us out.
So do women tell their children that they dad ain't nothing? Do they do that?
I
But
hope
see,
not.
that comes into that thing where I told you where when a man when everybody's against him and he just decide he don't care if somebody just trying to call him a deadbeat dad, because to him, you just trying to make him stay in a toxic a relationship when he should just separate. I just pay my child support. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna have me a good life. I'm gonna start me a whole new family, and I'm just gonna act like this was just a bad point in my life,
Situation that you got yourself into.
right?
Okay.
And I'm paying restitution. Well, I'm just speaking for the man now.
Oh my
He's
goodness.
just looking at it as restitution because he like, hey, I got myself in a mess and I can't get
And
myself
you
out.
got to deal with it.
I just got to deal with it. What you
Oh
think about that?
wow. So men becoming deadbeat dads. We want to know, is really all their faults? So I guess the consequences of these highlights, telling your child's dad he's nothing. Is it his
Don't,
fault he's a
don't forget
deadbeat?
the
So
life.
are you saying that because the mother talked down on the father, that it was not his fault that he was a deadbeat? So I think that she only said those things simply because he was a deadbeat, and that's why she was even put in a predicament to even talk about him.
Mm. Okay, let's do this. Is it any such thing as a deadbeat mother?
Yes.
But see, guess
We
what?
I talked about that in earlier. I was like, it's considered deadbeat parents
Right, but
because
guess
it can fall either side, male or female. When you're not fulfilling the obligations of taking care of a child, that's what it is.
okay, but look at this. Okay, if you got a mother, you got a mother, right? And you looking at it as she's talking down on you, which they say you should never talk, really down your child, child in front of your daddy, or talk. You should. This grown folks conversation should be held by grown folks. You got ladies
Oh,
every
not in the
day,
presence of children. Yes,
right?
I agree.
You
I
got
agree
ladies
100%. I
every
agree.
day talking to their kids saying, "Oh, your dad ain't nothing. See what I'm talking about? He ain't come get you like he said he was gonna do. He whoop de whoop de whoop. He might have had a flat tire. Anything could have happened."
No, he didn't. He just didn't show up. But listen, like Tasha was just saying, she said men play a part by not upholding up on their promises. Like when they promise they're gonna do something, they don't do it. One thing I didn't do, I didn't say I ain't tell you your sorry daddy wasn't gonna come. I just said, well, your daddy's not coming. Fine. Then the next thing, what Tasha said. She said the look on the kid's face when they are disappointed and devastated. So they're devastated simply because of the letdown that they thought their parent was coming. But when they don't come, even if you don't tell the child, I told you that sorry, blah, blah, blah wasn't coming, you don't even have to say that. You have to allow the child to develop the feeling or emotions from what happened from themselves. So you know what? Because if you sit there and talk about it, blah, 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 I told you he wasn't gonna do this, dad'll come up and like, son, like you said, I had a flat. That's why I didn't come. Child understand. Daddy didn't come. His car didn't work. But if we already bad mouth, blah, blah, blah. So you know what? That may eventually make the child go up like, mommy just hate my daddy. You know, she got a problem with my daddy. So you have to let these kids find out their own disappointment. Even whatever he told them, this happened, I couldn't make it. This happened, I couldn't make it. Too much disappointment, the child will start feeling the effects of it. But either way it go, never be the reason that they decide their emotions on what has happened. You let them figure it out for themselves. You can't teach them how to feel on how they feel about their dad, somebody that
Okay,
they really love.
well, let me do a devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
Now, what about the time when a woman, like a man want to be, he wanted to be with this woman, this and that, and you got some men, if that woman decides she didn't want to be with him no more, he decides to just pull out everything. Just like when they said that women, if he ain't dealing with her, she ain't dealing with him, he might be like, I signed up for a family. If I can't have a family, I'm just gonna go on over here. And so that's
Okay.
when you got to be careful of who you picked. Because we sometimes we don't even look at that part of it about Who did you actually pick? Did you actually pick a good person? Did you know this man was a good person before you had a baby by him? Did you know his character? Did you know these good, the good qualities about him before you even laid down with him? See, women got to accept accountability of. Well, did you just pick him because he was 6'5" and he physically attracted you to him, or did you know his character was
Of
like,
course not. You just made the statement yourself earlier that sometimes we get in these situations. It can be like a one night stand. It can be a slips or oopsie. It can be where you met the person at and tensions flare up and it happened. A lot of babies are not planned. It just happened. And you probably don't even know the person's last name. Next thing you know, you're getting a text saying, "Hey, friend, remember me from the spot on the corner around the corner from you? Da da da. Yeah, I'm pregnant." First thing the man gonna say, "Who that? You? You know you slipped off in this
you,
monkey.
you
What do
know,
you mean?"
one thing about today that was different than yesterday. They got a lot of see. You got Plan B, Plan C, Plan
Oh,
E.
you know about all them plans.
I'm just saying, when I came up, Joe didn't have no Plan B, Plan C,
No, your
E, F,
plan was to
G, S.
run Forest. That's why you give people fake names and numbers. They can't contact you again. You know, I'm just saying. That's what you do. That's why you don't
Did
give
you
people your
say
real
fake
name.
names and numbers?
Fake names and numbers. People don't do that. You know, they give
You
you the
can't
fake
even still say
information.
fake name and numbers now. They'll place their face on a damn box somewhere.
No, nowadays
That's what
people
I'm
say,
saying.
"What's your number?" "Oh, I
They'll
left my
find you on
phone."
social media through your face. Let's do face recognition. You
Ah.
just can't get away with it now.
Well, I'm just saying, people that we were talking about back then a little bit. So Tasha said, "Why do kids get older and is drawn to the deadbeat mom, dad, and disrespect the ones that was there?" I've seen that too. Anything goes with this. Hey, it does, and that's the truth. I was there before. Now I know I do everything for this kid with your little hard-headed black self. But when this little man come around that don't do nothing for you, you gave him the utmost respect. I used to be so angry with him. But hey, I didn't say anything. I let it work. What I did was push him off on him. Go over there and stay with him for a while. That boy came back apologizing. "Please don't send me back. I love you. I appreciate where I am. I'm great.
But
I will not do this again.
you
Thank
know
you
what?
so much for
I
my
don't
good
think
life."
I don't think no child likes staying with the daddy. I think because we are natural
But
discipline.
I don't even think that was even the issue. I don't think disciplinary was even the action because they never, when he went to stay with them, his father had another family, a wife and children, other children, everything. So when they stayed, he never had an interaction with his father because his father worked a shift where they barely saw each other. So they never had quality time, anything like that. So he learned and got himself together. So hey, I understand, girl. I have no idea. I don't know what goes to these. It may be boys. You must have a boy. So that's probably what it is. These boys crazy. I don't know what kind of boy seeds they spitting out these days.
Well, boys naturally gravitate to their fathers. It
I
don't
know they do.
it don't matter what he done did to you.
He
Ah,
love his daddy.
yeah,
Always been.
yeah. Cause you'll listen to somebody else talk good about your dad, you be like, who you talking about? Oh, yeah, oh, you talking about my I mean, that's how it be when you
I
growing
know.
up.
I
Though.
get
People,
you. It's
people will
the
be,
truth.
oh, your dad and this and that. You be like, why I don't know this side of him? He's just
You,
so
you
nice.
didn't have the same qualities of your sweet daddy.
Man, that stuff.
Not a cool daddy.
And
I like your daddy. I'm
that'll
sorry.
best joke up there too. Cause you be sitting up there and they be talking so good, you be like, huh, oh, he that good to you. I wish you was that good to me.
Listen, let me tell you. You know what? My sister and I was just having a conversation. We were talking about my father is not living anymore. He passed in 2000. Rest in heaven, daddy, wherever you are. Rest in peace, whatever. So we're at my dad's funeral, and they're giving all these accolades of my father and just talking about my daddy did this, my daddy did that. He was like
Right.
this, and he loved on us like this. Me and my sister, we were just laughing at this just the other day that at the funeral, we looked at each other and we were like, we're at the wrong funeral. Who is this man? Because some people got a chance to see a softer side of our father than we did. We were his children. Has always been rah rah, go go, just push push push. Just like
But
that
you
to
know
us.
what?
So when we saw this soft side, they talking like who they
But you
talking
know
about?
what?
We don't know this guy.
But you know the
He
same
at the wrong
thing.
funeral.
Yeah, the same thing you saying now. It's so crazy because I remember a lot of people like that's how people found out they had brothers and sisters at funerals and they didn't even know that side of their daddy. He had a whole nother family over here, whole nother family over there. See, back in the day, that's how you found out that you had some lost children and stuff. So
Look,
one of
I
my
don't need to
partners,
find out. Please, God, please don't send me no more siblings. I have so many. I have a lot of siblings, and I
one of
don't
my
need to
partners
know if I have
Look,
another.
one of my partners found out last year that he had 8 more brothers and sisters.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you can't make it up.
I don't
You
want to
can't
find
make
out
it
if
up.
I have any more. Isn't it? You know what? That's how it is at black funerals and everywhere else, even the other funerals. If you're not on the funeral, you didn't make that obituary, you're nobody. And that's how I know,
Ooh, and
I
you know
wouldn't
what?
want to be left like that, finding out at the funeral that I'm really nobody in your life. That's terrible.
And
You're not kidding. You're
I'm
for
gonna,
real.
I'm gonna
And
tell
it's the
you,
truth.
I'm gonna tell you what was messed up that I actually saw. I
Oh.
remember I actually seen a dude was about to get married to this girl. He was with her like a whole couple of years and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she actually paid for the funeral and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the family went in. By the time he died, they came over there, was getting his cars, his motorcycles, all his stuff. And guess what? They didn't even put her on the front row. They put her almost in the back of the in the middle of the crowd back there, didn't acknowledge her on nothing, didn't invite her to they actually put his ex on the front row. I mean, you can't make this up. And I went to that funeral and I looked at that and I said, wow. And and it's hard to realize if your family is not, I can't even say it's not, it can be a little bit of somebody don't like somebody a little bit.
Right.
And they would change it up and move you all the way out because to them you just a newbie. You feel what I'm saying? And that happens a lot. That happens a lot.
Mm. I don't know how I would do it. Oh, that would probably hurt me to my core. But hey, it is what it
Ooh.
is.
She said she was dating this guy and his special friend was on there. When is
And
it?
then the sad thing about it, everybody knew about this special friend other than you. Man, I know that was terrible.
Mm-mm.
Oof. Okay. I'm with you, girl. I'll wake up at the day and turn everything up. Girl.
But
Boo. You
I done
gotta
seen,
wake up.
I done seen in a couple of instances. I mean, like, I done seen the family turn on, married dudes or whatever, whatever, and people who was about to get married. But I think when I seen, if it's not a close knit, if you not been around a long period of time, I mean, you got to actually been in that family for over 5, 6, 7 years for the people to just acknowledge you like that. If you just a year or two in,
And if they wouldn't acknowledge me, I'll act like the exorcist in that funeral. I'll tear it up. I'm not going nowhere.
according on what kind of people you dealing with.
I don't care. They gonna take me on to the grave too, cause I'm gonna act a fool. Now let's stop. It's not that serious. I'm just kidding. I'm just talking junk.
Got him! Got him!
Because like a lot of times people feel like their place is here and not knowing that your place is nowhere. You don't have a place in this person's life. You just know what you have dealings with. And all this hidden stuff, they whole family know the real. You just on the outside just fitting in. Not looking in, you just fitting in.
Yeah,
They know he got a whole family and boo and everybody over here.
yeah,
And it's just sad.
yeah. And I think these days,
That's worse than deadbeat dads. I'm sorry.
you think what a whole
Side pieces. Your side piece, and people have to find out, or you find out at the funeral of the person that you thought you loved, and you was his boo thing or loving of his life, and you're not. You were just the other woman too. You had this woman, this other woman was your other woman, but you had one. That's the one that the family really knew type of stuff. And that's terrible. That's awful. That's hurtful. People, get your lives together. Can we all just get along? Make you do a riding king on this thing.
oh, it is. Wow. Last
My
but not least.
child calls someone else daddy. Uh, that's where you need your. What you talking about? What was that again?
Uh, that I mean, it's so much stuff I done seen happen, but I think that's the lowest of the low when your child is calling somebody else daddy.
Well, I wouldn't say the lowest of the low.
What up, Robert and hell?
Hey, Robert, you're late.
Robert said, I got things to do. But
But listen, like for instance, my kid, he called the other person that's not his dad Padre. So, but he wouldn't call that person Padre, but he tells me my Padre. And it's just another way of saying parent in another language. But it sounds special. So they say Padre. I need to call Padre to do this for me. Oh, okay. Call Padre. Of course, I missed you, sir. I knew you weren't on here. I knew you were present. So I'm glad to see you. Glad you showed up and say, hey, at the end of the show when we talk about these deadbeats dads, and now you got on one of the parts that Mr. Hood Talk want to say, my child called someone else daddy. And I know you're the perfect person to blow up on this.
I, I mean, it just. I think being um being called a deadbeat dad is something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think once a man is being called it changes his whole mind state. Even even dealing with that woman that called him a deadbeat, or even saying that you ain't, because if a woman just say you ain't nothing, you want to prove to your child that you is something. So
Right. And a
you
lot of
got
people do
you
that.
got you got men that are deadbeats at this part of their life that change their life, and they become more productive than the mother. And then sometimes the mother is jealous and she just sitting back collecting that check.
What check from her employer? Are you
Child support check. Child support check in that free living arrangement sometimes.
I'm not going there with you.
Them are
Tasha said my kids would say, "You ain't my daddy." On another note, it is inappropriate for my kids to call him Mister. Someone told me it's impersonal. I think it's a level of respect. And yeah, because if you're not trying to have him to be a sub daddy to your kids, call him Mister. Mr. JoJo or Mr. whatever your name is. Whatever you do, do not let your kids call your Mr. or main uncle.
He said, "What if another man is being a better daddy than that man, male?" Well, just like I was saying, sometimes a man, when he's pushed out of the family, he might quit on that he'll pay his child support or whatever
But
because
he
he
won't
got
try to
to.
pursue a relationship.
Right. He'll cut. I done seen dudes. I done had partners in the street because, like I said, even me, and I thought I was just the best dad at some down times when I was out there. I almost thought about just cutting it off because it was so hard. It's hard to deal with, a baby mama that's just shooting evil into your child, and then you get, if both of them start tag teaming on you. Once your child say something bad about you, you ready to get rid of all that. If your
Okay,
child, now, let me tell you something. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but if
go
your
ahead, go
child
ahead.
get on the phone and say, "Daddy, you ain't it, you ain't this, or you ain't been no good dad to me, this and that," man, that man is one step closer and never messing with his child again. You feel what I'm saying?
I
Like
know.
like
Gotta
like
be.
a man do not like for his child. Now it's all right for the baby mama, you expect it. But once your child turn on you,
And
that's a
say the
whole other
same thing is
thing.
different.
I,
I
I,
get
I was
you.
I was just looking at about Benzo,
With
Zeno,
Zeno. Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's on Love and Hip Hop.
Mm-hmm.
His little girl, she now, if it wasn't for him, because he the one came up with the Source magazine and all that. If it wasn't for him, she wouldn't even be famous. She wouldn't have nothing. But she done sit up there and congratulating her mama, which her mama ain't have none of that. And then she up there talking about how it's so hard and he need to get. She's doing this gangster stuff, that put tattoos, and she ain't even about that life like that. And she just like bruh and disrespecting and calling him uh B, call him B words and bitch ass nigga and all this old stuff. Yeah,
To her daddy?
to her daddy. And see, once a child get to the point that they disrespecting you,
And it's gonna continue.
yeah, and it get to a point that you can only, it's like anything, you can only take so much. And you would rather, because I'm gonna tell you, what I seen one day. I was looking at them little thing when the kid killed the parents and you know the little thing where your kid turn on you and everybody
Yeah.
turn on you this, and I said to myself, okay, before I let my child or somebody kill me or somebody that you know out here that I why not just stop messing with them? Because if your child get to a point that they hate you so much to do something to you or to set you up or I mean whatever, it's children that got that evil in their head that they
Yep.
want to hurt their parents, they want to do something this and that. Okay, what's wrong with letting somebody like people say all the time, if something toxic, let it go. What's wrong with
Well,
if your child is toxic and it ain't because of you, it because of they been around their mama that they done got this hood stuff in them. They running around with guns or whatever or however they feel a certain way about you. Sometimes you got to cut them off.
I
You got
agree. I
you
look,
got
I agree with you. But you saying they getting this hood stuff in them. They probably have the hood stuff anyway. So we can't hold them accountable for that. Okay? So that's another thing. But like we said earlier, when you're in a situation, even like with your child or your child's other parent, you have to seek your you have to seek your peace. So if the peace will be to separate yourself from it and still provide for the child, then do that. No problem. But just like he said, what if the other man is being a better dad than the male? You know that if you can, you would do, you still paying your child support, and I'm sure you would probably love to do more things. But this person tends or deemed to get along better with the other man. And this other child seemed to respect this other man better than the father. But one thing the mother needs to do, I don't think I hadn't heard my son don't profane in front of me. He doesn't drink. Whatever he does in the street, he does not bring it to me. I don't actually see him doing these things.
right.
He respect me on some level. So when you gain that respect on these children, never buy down. Although you may have somebody that's teaching them the other part that's gonna go against what you practice or what you believe, you still, if you don't stand your ground, there's a certain level. These children, they will get there and they'll push you to that level, but they know, hey, I ain't gonna fool with daddy like this, or I ain't gonna fool with mama like this. They can do whatever they want. They can act like mama or whoever else they're involved with. But I guarantee you, if you never dim down, there's a level of respect that those kids are not gonna cross. They'll tell you certain things, but they just telling you how they feel on the mom
And I'm gonna
perspective or whoever taught them. But I guarantee you, they ain't never disrespect you like that.
but I want to ask you a question. Do you think kids actually respect their dad like he used to back in the day?
Of course not. Dads are not like they used to be back in the day. You know why? Because back in the day, we didn't know what our dads had. A lot of times our parents, our mothers protected us from knowing the bad sides of their men that they lay with or take care of or cater to. Our moms didn't share with us this bad stuff these men out here were doing. They just teach us to respect our parents and our elders.
What
That's
up?
what they did.
What up, John? It's like looking all dapper. Hey,
I know, right?
looking like you're a senator.
Okay, honeysuckle, I guess y'all running the family with that white stuff on your
Looking
face.
like
Okay,
old
do your thing.
senator. Looking like old senator or someone trying to look like you're running for office or something. Yeah, but I think with me, I think my people was preaching family a lot, so it made me look at Even though I was ready to give up a couple of times, talking to my dad and what's the name, it was like, we do this, we stand for this, and this how we do with our family. And I think you got to have that because
morals. It
yeah,
goes a long way.
you
It
got
goes
to
a
have
long
that
way.
to go through some of these hard times with uh, a baby mama or something like that, because no, I'm saying it is
But
easier for
no, I'm
people
I'm just
to give
saying
up.
that you even said baby mama because coming up, my family, a lot of them they didn't say baby mamas. It was wives. So baby mamas are new things that this new age is dealing with. So it's just new because baby mamas is really a new age thing. People normally try and get the wife before the kid. Now they're getting kids before the husband, if even a husband or wife at all. That's the life people are living. Like Tasha said, she said dad use words like nigga and bruh now. No respect for anyone. They do. If I ever hear my kids say bruh, you know how the kids they say that to women or men. They were like, bruh, no, my kid better not do that. And I'll let him know, don't do that.
As she said, someday.
Some dads, I understand. Yeah, it's some people. Everything is not everybody. We talking about some
Look,
people.
look what John said.
He said, you and I are the only two that are not preachers in the. Oh wow, that's a good thing. Probably they knew not who to set the church on fire with Mr. Hood talk. He probably started controversy in the church. Y'all Sunday school and Bible study would last for days. Controversy from the Bible
Because
with
his dad,
Mr. Hood, with
his
Reverend Hood's talk honeysucker.
the original John Honeysuckle was a hell of a preacher. He was the man. So I mean, I feel you because I think that's why we probably did talk so much and stuff like that, because like us coming around preachers, we was always taught a certain kind of way. And I think I think that having them strong, manly role models in our life help us get through some things that we probably wouldn't have got through any kind of way, and probably help us get along with people a little bit, because we can understand what the devil look like. Okay.
Y'all may know him personally, but we're not calling you out. The honeysuckers, we're not calling you out. You may know him personally, but hey.
Yeah, we keep it real, no filters.
Unless you need to filter it. I understand. It's a certain point for your game. You guys probably filter. Yeah, but it's all good though.
Yeah.
So if your child calls someone else dad, just understand if you do your part and you know your role in that child's life, then if they decide to call someone else dad that's there when you're not, then you just can't be salty at it.
Well, I think we done made it through everything. And it's in the middle of the night, and I forgot you got a job and all that stuff. Look, I forgot.
I'm glad you acknowledge.
Look, I forgot I had a job.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, you do work down there. Also, you're not a
all of
deadbeat.
us got to go to work in the morning.
So you're not a deadbeat. Okay, I got you, sir. There you stop.
The clock is ticking.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
And how they say?
Listen.
You
He cold. She belongs to the streets.
I got to get that in. I got to get that in.
I can't believe it. Look at Tasha. Tasha talking about she's on vacation. Keep it coming. Y'all no vacation alone.
Well, we gonna have to let this. We gonna have to let this. Let me see. Let me see. Uh-oh. In November. All right, cuz I will see you then. I will be ready.
And then put them on the show. So you come
Oh,
prepared. And Mr. Honeysucker, I want to see two of y'all in the same place. Work it out.
shoot, cuz I'm gonna have you on the show before then.
Okay.
We're gonna have you to hit that link up there. We're gonna have you to get on the show. When I put that link up there, we're gonna have you to get on already on the show.
Right.
Yeah.
Robert said, but the problem come in when the women don't show respect to both parties. Also, the daddy should be more active voluntarily, and the other man wouldn't have to be called daddy. That's true. That's the same thing we was just saying, Robert. Because if the women still teach respect, although she and that man is not together, teach the child to respect their elders on whatever standard they're on. So even if he has this man in his life that acts as a dad, he understands who his daddy is. Whether he's a deadbeat or not, show that respect. Keep it going.
Hey, Tasha Tribby, as you said, two suckers on no.
Right. That's what I'm telling.
Hey,
Two honeysuckers at one
hey,
time. I
hey.
would love to see
And you
what
know
the
what?
heck this is gonna be
You
like.
know what? John, you got to get with me next week. We're gonna have to come up with a good topic, either Monday
Take
or
on Tuesday,
Tuesday.
baby.
Monday or Tuesday when you ready, and you come on here next Monday or Tuesday, and we'll get something started way from Nashville on down through here. We're gonna put you on the show next week. We ain't waiting. We October gonna have you on the show.
Do y'all thing.
Yeah. He say he ready.
He said, please have to learn how to break down our name. Honey is sweet. Everyone likes a suck. Tasha, I'm with you. Two honeysuckers. Oh, heck no. Oh my goodness. Two at one time. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do this honeysucker thing next week. We're gonna have to make this thing work now. All the way from Nashville all the way down. We got to hook this. We got to hook this thing up. We got to hook this thing up. We might have 2-3 people on the show panel next week. We got to get it. We got to get it started.
Even got Robert laughing. Talking about that's a good one. Yeah. Don't you sit around here and call yourself honeysucker side.
That's a good one too. I thought I was the only one that had the good one. Cause they made me change my name. Cause
well, you know what? That's what they say about PKs. That's all I got to say.
Look,
they say that about PKs, and he is straight one.
My name used to be Honey Suck It.
And Robin said he's honeysuckable. He said 2-0 pop. John C. I'm telling you, these PKs are something serious.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have to get it rolling next week.
Y'all PKs something serious, and I tell you about that, y'all bad.
We gonna get us a good topic next week, John. We're gonna get us a good topic. We're gonna come up with that thing, and we got to get on that. We got to get on that because that I'm gonna have too much fun.
But hold on, there was an answer.
Go ahead.
Tasha answered, and she said 1.
What?
How many licks does it take to get to the center? 1.
Uh-oh.
Robert said he was a DK, not a PK. A deacon's kid. John is the preacher's kid. He's the
Right.
deacon's kid.
He's
Even
preacher
worse,
kid.
I was a
Not nigga
deacon's kid
kid.
too.
And look, and I was the army kid.
Terrible. Oh my God.
Cause see, all we had was like John said, all we got is preachers and army dudes in our family. So you was either a preacher or you went to the army. It's either or.
I was double. I'm a deacon's kid. I'm an army affiliated child, and every brother in my family but one is a preacher.
Wow.
So pray for me. Terrible. Oh, he said that's too quick, Tasha. Robert said that takes it. That's true. It takes one lick if she's a see, I'm about to sign off.
Hey, look, I'm messing around. Look, Robert and Hunter got to be on the show next week. We gonna get so started next week, man.
And I want to look from the sideline. I don't.
You got to be on there. You got to be.
Y'all crazy.
You got to be on there.
Look, I'm gonna have me some coffee that I drink.
I can put up to 9 people on the show. So
look, I'm gonna have me some coffee that I drink for you guys because y'all crazy.
See, and John, he was in the Marine Corps. I was in. Look, that's what I'm saying. I was in the army. I'm telling you now, you either had to be you the preacher or you went to the army. It just. Look, my little brother in the army right now. He just went to the army. I can't make it up. I can't make it up.
It must be in your blood.
My little brother just went to the army.
And he gonna come out preaching.
I doubt it. Hey, if you watch this thing, bro, I ain't shooting no shots though. Good, my brother don't do social media like that.
Tasha said, "Good night. I'm too young, but not ready." Ready? You started this crap, and now you about to say good night. You better keep your butt here. We all say bye.
Look, Robert say he down. We need to all get it. Listen, we gonna get together. Like I said, I got that link on there. I want everybody to we're gonna have to get together, let y'all try them links and things. So y'all.
So we're gonna need Robert and we're gonna need John to come a little earlier than where they've been coming, and we need you guys to come and join and turn it out next Tuesday. Mr. Know It All, he's gonna get you a great topic, and I know you guys are down for all this juicy stuff you talk about all the time.
I got the man. I got to figure out how to. Y'all see that StreamYard link right there? I'm gonna put them links up, and I'm gonna need y'all to get on some of these links, and we're gonna do it next week. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get on here. We're gonna put some fire on this thing. We're gonna have these folks all over the place. How they say, talking. Swallowing spit.
I'm just gonna keep me a cool tongue, so I don't know what you're talking about.
So we go, yeah. So next week we're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right now.
All right, y'all. Robert and John said they all for it. Do it.
Look, don't get scared now. We're
gonna
get on here
next Tuesday.
I need you to look. I need John to get all dapper next week and all Robert. We're gonna get on here. We're gonna show it.
Tasha said she been delivered. You've been delivered. Well, Tasha, you be back here next Tuesday as well, okay? I need some backup, okay? I need some backup. Somebody that's going to stay with us, okay? I appreciate you. I'm glad you're on vacation this week.
It's going to be something else. Well, how they say, we ain't got to go home, but we got to get...
Thank you. Thank you. I got somebody on my side. Thank you, girl. Hold on to me.
Please. I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
All right. This is Hood Talk, and it was nice, and Robert And John, we're gonna be on this thing next week. We're gonna be doing the stream, y'all. Y'all see that link? We're gonna have it might be a different link next week, but it's gonna be a nice link. We're gonna get together. We're gonna figure this thing out. So I need y'all to be there. Don't be square.
Just be on time, okay? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get them up in there. So how they say it's yeah. It's almost 11.
I don't have any time for any gossip. That's what time it is.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
And it's time for us to go. We will see you back here next Monday and Tuesday. Hopefully we'll be learning the show on Monday so we can get it started on Monday or Tuesday.
We have fire subjects on Mondays. So we'll let y'all catch up on Tuesdays. Tuesday, can't wait for Tuesday.
Well, I will see y'all next Monday and Tuesday, and we're going to get it started.
Yes.
And how they say? This is Hood Talk. This is Mr. Know-It-All, and here with Miss Bella, and we up out of this thing, y'all. See
y'all. Good night, everybody.
Peace. How they say? We out of here.